quotes that I remember saying on Facebook is, "Don't be a slave to your morals."
Boom. That's a nice one. Don't be a slave to your morals.
People feel like they can't do this because they're so morally objected to it.
Right. Right.
You know, and it just puts restrictions on them to where I'm like, I have morals and there's things that I follow, that I agree with, that I believe in, but I'm not a slave to it, and I can switch up.
Right. I feel you. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Yeah, that's just like, you know what, man, when it comes to guns and you know, self-defense and all that kind of stuff, you know, and you know, just speaking with people who are religious and they think to themselves, well, you know, I would never kill nobody, you know, my religion this and that. Well, I know your religion probably better than you do, and you need to read Kings and Second Kings. That's like watching Game of Thrones. You know what I'm saying? Like, you read those books. I mean, it's real war, worse than our gun war. Like, we talking about decapitation. Well, shit still happens in today's war, but you know what I'm saying? You're not getting hit with a 223 skinny ass bullet and dying, or getting hit in the head and instantly being gone. But you're being stabbed and sliced, and you know, I just feel like shit back then was more brutal than it is now.
It was a lot more inhumane too.
The
standard, all it took back then was this suspect that somebody was doing something wrong, and usually, you know,
put him to death.
They put him to death right there. Pass judgment right there. There wasn't no trial.
No. Your ass was grass.
No reason. Toss the rope up on the tree. Let's do it.
Right.
You know.
And so, as far as what you're saying with the whole moral thing, it's like, you know, I got morals, bro, and you know, I'm not no crazy lunatic, you know, none of that. A lot of the world, especially liberal-minded people, will look at you. You carry a gun, or you got AK-47 and AR-15, and you know what I'm saying? You got 30 round. Oh, why'd you connect two 30-round clips together? You got 60 rounds now. What are you planning on? Are you ready to kill people, or you must spend? No. It's straight up just like this. The bad guy has it, I need it. And that's straight up my mentality. If the bad guy has it, then I need it. I need to be able to fight in fair against the bad guy, against the person who wants to hurt me or my family, and that's the end of the story. Now you can take it further, which I don't never really think about, but you can take it further, like, you know, with what they say the Second Amendment was put there for in the first place. If you need to overthrow your government, or, you know, like the Civil War. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, you know. Right. You know, and you know that you need that they have firearms. Well, then you need to be able to have the same things that they have to fight against them. You know what I'm saying? In case that, you know, America want to overthrow their government or whatever the case may be. And I don't, you know, hopefully that never happens. It's not something that I really usually think about much. But my whole thing is, look, the bad guys. In fact, if you really want to get on it, the bad guys got fully automatics, because they're getting shit off the boat, like, you know, from across seas and all that stuff. If you ever seen Lord of War, you know, that stuff is not just being shipped across seas, but over here. And fully automatics was in the streets, and they still are. You know, I know there's this one cat, man, that was from Chicago, and he was like, bro, being a gangster, he said, you know, a real gangster, he was like, I was used to having exotic guns, and then when I would tell people about it and go to gun stores and be like, do you have this and that, and he would explain the guns, they'd be like, that gun doesn't exist, or you can't, you know, you never seen that gun because that's illegal, or you never had that gun, that's illegal, nobody can get their hands on that. He's like, well, I had it, and that's because it was in the streets, the same way that drugs is coming over, you know, certain drugs and stuff is coming through on boats and on shipments. Louisiana, New York, Florida, that shit really comes in, man, like it's not fake, you know what I'm saying? And people really had fully automatic Mac 11s. and fully automatic Uzis like that shit was real, and they had it, and people still got it though. You know, there's fully automatic AK-47s in America for real. I know somebody in the CD who had a fully automatic AK.
I had the fully automatic AR that I brought back from my
That's
dad.
right, exactly. You sure did have that fully automatic AR. That's the one you had the PS90 upper you put on it at one point in time, right?
At one point, I got scared.
Right, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. So it's like, you know, the bad guys really, if you really want to talk about it, they got more than we got. And when I say bad guys, I'm talking about somebody who wants to try to take from you or harm your family. Okay, and so when you think about, for instance, the North Hollywood shootout, they had fully automatic AK-47s with 100-round drums.
And they weren't worried about no gun-free zone.
None of that.
School district.
Exactly.
They wasn't reading the law.
Right, right. So if they at all, so if they got that, and they can be out here on the streets and they can try to come rob my house and whatever the case may be, I need something equivalent to stop that man. And to be honest with you, we still don't have equivalent because they got fully audio and we don't. Not that I would say I would even use fully, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, they got fully automatic shits. We don't. We got semi-auto. That's fine. That's okay. I'm okay with that. But don't get on that whole 30-round capacity, shut that down shit. When the bad guys have it and I don't, I need to be able to stop that dude. Flat like that.
Yeah. Well, those are the people, I think, in my opinion, they're just not realistic, when it comes to life.
Yeah.
And they say, why do you need 30 rounds? Why do you need 60 rounds? And they're not familiar with the fact that home invasions really do happen.
Right.
Where 4 or 5 people are breaking into your house.
Right.
Carjackings really do happen. Where groups of people are trying to steal your car.
Right.
Or overtake your family. That shit is real and it exists.
And we have literally experienced this personally, me and my family.
Yeah.
When my dad and I believe Frank left to go to the to go to tavern or something like that, and sure enough, somebody kicked our door open. It was me, my mom, Auntie Mary Mo, and May, and me, Darnell. I think Kalina was there, and the twins, May's 2 twins, Phyllis and Felicia.
Yeah.
And they kicked the door in. They tied everybody up. This is real life. This ain't fake, y'all. This is real. They kicked in the door, tied everybody up, put my mom up against the wall with the 12 gauge to her chin, and you know what I'm saying, say, where's the money, or don't move, something like that. And then the other dude went straight into my mom's room, found money, and all that where, money is kept or whatever, and took my mom's money and, and everything that was in the house that was worth something, basically, and got out of there, you know what I'm saying? And when they left, I remember this. I was only 3 years old, but I actually remember it because it was such a high-stress situation that it stuck in my head. I remember they put me up on my mom's leg. And bounced me up on my mom's leg. And they left. And when they left, then I believe my mom said, Auntie Mary Mo, they didn't tie her up all the way. So when they left, Auntie Mary Mo just took her hands apart and was able to go untie everybody else. And that's what happened. And so, yeah, that's just one instance that happened in my family, and that's real.
Yeah. The necessity is real. That's just undeniably true.
Right.
And you need it to survive, and the world is not getting any better.
Right.
And honestly, it's just getting worse. And a lot of people that do shit like that do the home invasions, that do rob people, be the motherfuckers that are hungry.
Right. Right.
That can't go get a 9 to 5.
Right.
So this is what it resorts to.
And I mean, this is their last resort. So when they go in to rob you, they're not, and don't think they will not kill you. When there's, when they got people that are so, this is their last resort, this is all they got, and they're going in to go take from you in order to survive, then if they need to kill you in order to do that, then they feel like that's what they're going to do.
They already said in their head, it's either me or it's them. And
Right.
It's going to be me.
Right, right. They said that before they went through the door. So, yeah, you better have something in your house at the bare minimum. My family, it's almost like you're a fool to not have a gun in your house. If you don't want to carry every day, that's fine. You know, that's on you. But but you're the victim, exactly. But at the bare minimum, have something in your home to protect your family. Like, that's the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't imagine not having something, man.
I ain't gonna be no victim. I'm gonna tell you that right
now. No. I even congratulate those who haven't stepped up yet to get a gun, but they got a bat. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, get a gun. Hey, I advise everybody, go get a gun. Because not every robber's coming in with a bat, but, you know, have that mentality, period. That you need to defend yourself and your family, because it's real. It's not fake. And don't think it will never happen to you. Hopefully it doesn't, but it can. It's
also,
real.
With that being said, though, too, if you're going to go get a gun, don't get it and go put it in your drawer. Go get it and learn how to use it.
Thank you for saying that. My goodness.
The worst thing you can do is not know how to use it and become a victim to your own gun.
Right. For real.
To your own
gun. Mess around, take your gun and use it on you.
Or somebody else.
Right. You know? And mess around, or shoot yourself or hurt yourself because you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, it's real. We don't, you see us with guns and all that, or pictures on the internet. We know how to use that. We got training and so forth. And so I've been doing this since I was a kid. My family brought us into this. You know, exactly. Stay in the range, you know, and out in the woods. And our family that's the family we grew up in, you know.
At the range.
You know. And we know how to use it. Don't go get no gun and then you don't know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I know people, I straight up really know people who own guns and have owned guns for years, and then will grab a gun and you can see their the gun etiquette, and you see them put their thumb over the back, knowing that if you know what happens when you throw that thumb over the back, that slide gonna come back and take the skin off of your knuckle. You know, so that means you know there's people having guns all their life and don't know what they're doing. You know, and then you become, you know, a problem. You're a problem for.
You just created a bigger problem.
Right.
If you're gonna get a gun, you gotta get out there. You gotta shoot it. You gotta create the mentality too, that if you do use it on someone or something, that you have to be mentally prepared to kill it.
Exactly.
You know?
That's real.
It's not about aiming at legs. You aim at the biggest portion of the body.
The torso.
The torso. And you aim center mass.
That's right.
You know, and let that be the reason why you go home tonight and kiss your family.
Done data.